guys. I'm updating really quickly only because something has changed this month. I am currently exhausted. It's July 4th. There's fireworks going off right outside at my neighbor's houses, so if you hear noises. It's like now 9 o'clock at night. We left at 8 o'clock this morning for the July 4th festivities. We went to a festival and a parade this morning. We were blessed to have my husband land a life flight helicopter at the festival we were at. That was not supposed to be the case. He was supposed to be at a different festival, but the person landing at our festival had a life flight call, so my husband's like, I will take it. So my daughter got to see her dad land a helicopter for the first time, which was fantastic. But I'm exhausted because we've been gone all day long. The reason why I wanted to update this really quickly and kind of really informally and not sit down is because I just want to let you guys know this. After thinking about this so much and my last update, it was really weighing on me, but I've decided to not take the Clomid this month, and that's just pretty much it. I want to move forward and go ahead and get the testing done. I really want to get an HSG done where they do the dye test throughout your fallopian tubes to kind of see if there's a blockage, and I also would like to get an ultrasound of my ovaries to make sure there's no cysts or find out if there are cysts. I really want to get to the root of the bigger problem here, just because I know that something's going on, because symptoms don't really lie, and you know, they're really bothersome, and I feel relieved now that I made this decision, because I've been really stressed out about it, because you have to take Clomid on cycle day 3, or I guess you can take it later on, but they want me to take it cycle day 3, and so I was just like, I felt the pressure to take it, and I just thought, no, I don't want to take it, and especially at the higher dosage. My body it really needs a break, for one, and I really need to find out what's going on. So my OB, I normally use a midwife when I'm pregnant, so I'm a little getting used to using an OB for the fertility process. My OB and her nurse have already discussed with me getting the HSG done. They wanted to do that after this cycle anyways, and so I'm going to call them tomorrow and tell them I want to go ahead and do that now and just not do this cycle, because I just feel like it's the right thing for me, and I feel like I need to know what's going on with my body, because frankly it's terrifying, and that's probably the reason why I put it off so long, is because I am terrified I'm going to find out something that is going to change, this process. Like, I know that it would be worst case scenario if I could not conceive on my own, but it's something I have to be prepared to hear, because I just don't know what's going to happen. And, I do think it's one of two things. I think either I have cysts on my ovaries and I may have a blockage in my tubes, or I have straight up endometriosis, which my mom had. And, when I read the symptoms, I'm just like exhausting myself, and I'm so stressed out about reading the symptoms and wondering. And I just really need to know. So that is the case for this month. We are definitely just going to not take the Clomid, put it up in the cabinet, and get the testing done. Wow, that one was loud. Get the testing done, and hopefully I can have some answers sooner rather than later. We're going to pretty much just try to do the HSG and the ultrasound as soon as possible, and then if we have to do a laparoscopy to determine if it's endometriosis, then we will do that. At that point, I probably will become extremely worried and just a nervous wreck, but at the end of the day, I want to make sure that I'm healthy and that I'm in the best shape, and we can kind of do what we have to do to make sure that I'm healthy when I conceive my next child. And I would really appreciate support through this, especially if any of you have ever gotten these done. I know that the last comments, the comments in the last video that I posted were extremely helpful. And I appreciate you guys so much opening up to me about it and talking to me about it, because fertility is never easy just to open up and talk about. It obviously weighs a lot on your heart, and it's sometimes difficult to speak about. So thank you guys so much for opening up to me. I will update you guys soon when I kind of figure out what's going to be happening and what we're going to get done first, and how long it's going to take to get this testing done. But I will see you guys in my next update, and I will talk to you guys soon. And thank you guys again so much for your words of encouragement and support. Bye. Hi guys. I'm going to update really quickly. I just got off the phone with the radiology center here. Sorry, my dog is eating my camera cord. the radiology office called me and they got my HSG scheduled, and we're doing it tomorrow. So whew, this was a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be, but I believe they said it had to be done between cycle day 6 and 12. I'm cycle day 5 today, and they had an opening tomorrow when I'm cycle day 6, so they've got me in. And I'm going at 11 o'clock in the morning, and I'm so nervous. I asked the lady, am I gonna have to wait, you know, for a doctor to call me with the results? Because a lot of times you get stuff done and you have to wait a day or two for your doctor to call you with the results, and that wait time is absolutely terrible. But I actually will know when I'm in the office. As soon as I get it done, they'll be able to tell me right then and there. And they said if there is a blockage, they do their best to try to kind of flush it out right there. And if there is a blockage that they can't take care of, there's a different, I believe, a lap and dye test they can do to open them up. So I am like, my arm, I'm nervous. And I feel like I'm not gonna sleep tonight now, but, oh, like, this happened a lot faster than I thought. I thought I was gonna have to wait a little bit to get scheduled, but I'm just holding my spirits together as best as I can. And my husband left today to go to Denver, and he will be gone until Sunday. So it kind of sucks that he can't be here with me throughout this process, but I know that he'll be on standby, so I can at least call him and tell him what goes on. And we're just hoping for the best. You know, I'm almost hoping that it is something minor as a blockage and they can just flush it out and we can get pregnant, but that probably doesn't explain all the symptoms I've been having for my other issues. So we're just gonna start with this and see what happens, and I'll update you guys. This is all gonna be in one video, so in the next clip, I will be probably driving to get the HSG done. But yeah, these are my before thoughts because I am absolutely nervous, but I'm just excited to finally get this done so I can get an answer either way, and I will take you guys along for the ride. Bye. Hi guys. I'm driving to my appointment right now, and I'm feeling nervous, of course. I think I'm more nervous though about the actual procedure itself and the level of pain that it may cause. They told me it would be uncomfortable, and it would get really uncomfortable if there was a blockage and they had to try to clear it out. She pretty much explained it to me as if they were pushing a gallon of water through a straw. And of course they have to use a speculum and a catheter to even do the procedure, and that's never comfortable because if you've had a pap smear, you know, it's not painful, but it's uncomfortable, and it's just kind of awkward in general. So I will update you guys on the procedure itself and the pain level once I'm done, but I'm trying to not really worry about what's going to happen once I get in there as far as if there's a blockage or not, because I know that I can't control, which is hard for me as a woman to admit, but it's something that I cannot control. If there's a blockage, there's a blockage, and if they can't clear it out, then they can't clear it out, and we'll have to just do another procedure at a later time. Obviously, best case scenario, if there is a blockage, they can kind of clear that out with the dye. So I'm hoping that that's the case, and it's nothing that they just cannot get anything through, because that would kind of make me a lot more worrisome about the situation. But I'm almost to my appointment. My appointment's in 15 minutes, and I have another 5-minute drive to get there. But I will update you guys and let you know how it goes. I just left the appointment, and yeah, it was quite uncomfortable. Everything they told me that would happen did. It was only about 2 minutes of discomfort, if that. Pretty much, she inserted the speculum, pushed, cleaned my uterus with some kind of a soap, and then she put the dye in, and as soon as the dye went in, it got very uncomfortable. It was almost kind of like having a contraction, I would say. Whew. But it was kind of quiet, and then she said tubes are open, and she was done. It was very quick. She didn't address if there was anything in there and that was flushed out. She just said that they're open. So I'm thinking that probably means it was normal. So that's good to know. So I'm kind of wondering now what the next step is going to be. I do want to kind of investigate more into why I'm having certain pains during intercourse, and why, or what could cause me to not ovulate on my own. I do want to definitely look into that, but they did tell me, my OB did say that after we got the HSG, they would recommend doing another round of Clomid. But if there was never a blockage to begin with, I don't see how that would really help. So I'm gonna wait for the phone call from my OB. They should get the report today, so I should get a call either today or tomorrow. So yeah, I mean, good news, but then again, still not an answer to why we're not pregnant. But it was very simple, you guys. I'm very happy that it's over, and I will probably be cramping for a few hours. I'm still cramping, and it still looks like I'm having a little bit of contractional type pain, but I will see you guys soon. Bye. Hey guys, I am in the car. I was called today by my OB, and I had the HSG yesterday, and those results were in fact normal. There was no blockage. There never was a blockage in the fallopian tube, so that's good. And they recommended I get a ultrasound of my ovaries. So that's what I'm doing, or I just did. I just left from there. And I was looking at it thinking that maybe I'd be able to see something, but honestly, I had no clue what I was looking at. I was like, wow, you have to be smart to do that job, because wow, everything in there just looks the same. It's so crazy. So I should get my results on Monday. Unfortunately, it being a Friday in the afternoon, chances are pretty much non-existent that I'll hear the results today. So it sucks to have to go all weekend not knowing, but I can't control that. So what they're pretty much looking for are cysts on the ovaries. I think that was the only thing they pretty much were looking for. Maybe if there's any other abnormalities, they would be able to see it on there. Hopefully, maybe that will give us an answer as to why I'm having the pain. Otherwise, it's really good just for me to get this report and have it to show the fertility specialist. Here I have the packet of stuff from the fertility specialist. You have to fill out the packet about you and your husband. You have to call your insurance. There's a questionnaire to call your insurance. So I did all of that, and yeah, people next to me are looking at me funny. So I will update you guys as far as how the ultrasound goes. It'll probably be in the next video before I can update you guys on that. I will update you guys with the fertility specialist appointment and the ultrasound results in one video. So I'm really excited to at least have one more item checked off my list before we go see the fertility specialist. And I just want to make sure that I have all my ducks in a row so that I am prepared, and the team at Mid-Iowa Fertility has enough to look at, and they can kind of get a game plan going for us. So I will see you guys in my next update. Bye.